In the silent heart of early America, a girl was born with a face the world had never seen before. Her name was Grace McDaniels, a name whispered through time, wrapped in shadows, and carried by fear, curiosity, and sorrow. Grace was born with a rare condition, Sturge-Weber syndrome, a condition that twisted her features, turning her face into something people cruelly called the Mule-Faced Woman, a cruel name for a gentle soul. From the beginning, life surrounded her with silence. People stared. People pointed. People whispered behind her back. But Grace, she walked through every shadow, quiet, calm, carrying a heart far more beautiful than her appearance. Her father tried to hide her from the world, to protect her from its judging eyes, but the world found her anyway. A traveling circus discovered Grace. It was a place filled with noise, strange lights, and darker secrets. They promised her money, shelter, and acceptance. But what they really wanted was the fear she created. They saw not a person, but a spectacle, a way to draw in the crowds and fill their pockets. Crowds gathered every single night. Some came out of morbid curiosity. Some came out of sheer cruelty, eager to mock what they couldn't understand. And some came because they felt an unexplainable chill when they looked at her, a shiver that ran down their spine. Grace stood under the dim light of the circus tent, silent and still. Her face was often half covered in shadow as hundreds of eyes stared at her, judging, gawking. They called her a monster, but she stood strong, her dignity intact even as a palpable fear filled the air around her. She endured the whispers and the jeers, a solitary figure in a storm of human cruelty. Yet, something strange happened over time. People who came to mock her often left with a heavy heart. Some said her eyes carried a sadness so deep, so painful, that it echoed inside them for days. They saw past the deformity and into the soul of a woman who had known only suffering. Others claimed that when they looked at her, they felt something cold pass through the tent, a chill like a forgotten whisper brushing against their neck. Was it just the drafty tent? Or was it the weight of their own conscience? The circus made thousands of dollars exploiting her pain. Grace, however, made only enough to survive. She was paid a meager wage, just enough to keep her bound to the life they had crafted for her. But she never complained. Not once. She accepted her fate with a quiet resilience that was both heartbreaking and awe-inspiring. Years passed, and Grace's life took an unexpected turn. She became a mother. She held her newborn child, a son named Elmer, gently in her arms, terrified that the world would treat him with the same cruelty it had shown her. She feared he would inherit her condition or face the same social exile. But destiny, for once, was kind. He was born perfectly healthy, a beautiful, normal child, safe. For the first time in a long, long time, Grace felt a flicker of hope. She had someone to love, someone to protect, a reason to endure. But her story did not end with hope. It ended like a shadow fading into a silent storm. In 1958, Grace McDaniels died quietly in her sleep. There was no spotlight, no audience, no applause, just the silence that had followed her throughout her life. Her son buried her far away from the circus grounds, far from the eyes that judged her, and far from the cruel lights that had used her pain for profit. Today, her grave remains untouched, still, quiet, covered by grass and decades of mystery. Her story is a haunting reminder that sometimes the real monsters are not the ones we stare at in sideshows. The real monsters are the ones who judge without seeing the truth, who profit from pain, and who fear what they don't understand. Grace McDaniels was never a monster. She was a woman, a mother, and a gentle soul trapped in a world that was too afraid to see her for who she truly was. Thank you for watching History Pulse. If this story touched you, please like, share, and subscribe for more forgotten histories that deserve to be told.